Hi, I'm Beep, and this is my recap of week 2 of Artfight2025. Let's go! So, first attack we have is on the user called VincentZany. They have really cool and expressive style, and they have 2 clown OCs that I was really inspired by and drawn to. I just love pastel circus colours. There's just such a unique vibe to them compared to bright circus colours that you would typically see in other clown designs, and I think it just invokes feelings of nostalgia for me. Anyway, I think this turned out nicely. I feel like some shading could have gone a long way, maybe added more depth and atmosphere, but VincentZany was really happy with it, and I'm not confident enough in my knowledge of light sources yet to attempt to add shading. From clowns to a cookie run, this is Pink Lemonade Cookie, who belongs to mrusher. Pink Lemonade Cookie is the cousin / manager of Black Lemonade Cookie, and is based on the album Pink Lemonade by Closure in Moscow. I found this one kind of a struggle. I picked this OC to draw because I thought, oh, a humanoid cookie, easy. It's basically a chibi. I could not have been more wrong. I just found it really hard to find my style within the cookie run style. Yeah, it was just hard. Once I did get the drawing to a place where I was satisfied, I started thinking about the background, and I thought it would be cute if I used elements of the artwork from the album cover, or my take on the elements at least, and mrusher seemed to appreciate this, so yay. I just love the revenge I got from mrusher. I love how stylized Bug is, and the expression is perfect. I love it. We have a friendly fire. I decided to draw tranzBonez Pony because they're purple, and that's one of my favourite colours. They're also a changeling, which matters because my main pony OC is a changeling, and tranzBonez actually drew my changeling OC for their revenge, which you'll see in a sec. I wanted to put tranzBonez OC in the changeling hive from the show, from MLP, because it's they're real, and that would be cool. I used my Loose and Wild brush for the line art because I wanted the lines to be more textured and on purpose messy, because I get edgy vibes from this OC, so I wanted to reflect that. I also think it's nice, a nice contrast against the soft, lineless background. And look at the revenge that tranzBonez did for me. It's so sparkly and cute. I love it. I had a lot of fun with this one. I've never really been a fan of Sonic. I've never played any Sonic games, and the only media that I've consumed is the Sonic movies, the newer ones, not the animated ones, the live action ones. But the Sonic art style is just so fun. It's so relaxing and fun for me to lean into because I love the small body but big hands and feet aesthetic. It makes me think of Codename Kids Next Door. And this is actually a double attack. I was just going to draw Max the Bat, who belongs to Draculavian, who has a super unique style, by the way. But then I saw that Max had a best friend who is owned by FolkHound, and I just thought, oh, I have to draw them together. I was trying to find a shading style that works for me, or at least one that hides the fact that I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to shading. And I think using this halftone brush that I used was really good for that. I stayed on the double attack train, but I procrastinated with this one a bit, if I'm honest. Like, I just had a bit of trouble getting Catawal, the Draconicus OC anatomy right, and to make him like look right next to his wife, who is the other character I drew in this attack. Catawal belongs to Wizard, and Sketching Star belongs to gnarlysheeps. These two are actually married in real life, I believe, and I just think that's so cute. I had to spend quite a bit of time on Catawal's neck because I wasn't sure how the fur would lie because of the angle that I posed Catawal in. Like, it was stressful, but I got it. I sort of chipified Sketching Star because I'm not really sure how I could have fit them both on the canvas I was using, but I think it looks okay. At this point, I wanted to take a little break from big attacks with more than one OC in them, so I found this OC owned by Shire12, and they're just this crazy serpent god that is unfathomably big, and I really vibed with that. So yeah, I went with this, I guess you could say, like geometric type piece. And it's pretty simple. I just wanted to get some good angles and shapes with a funky, intense background, because that's the vibe I was getting. This next character is called Ark. They belong to awfulwings. I started off with the idea to do something cutesy, but then I got the crazy idea to do a little animation, because on Ark's page, awfulwings notes that he is always moving and can be any colour. And Ark, in one of his forms, has all these lines on him. So I thought this exaggerated hunched over posture with moving lines and changing colours would be fun. I'm not a great animator though, so this is very minimal and limited, and I wish I could do more, but I really enjoyed trying to figure out the movement. I also chose to go simple for this next attack. I drew Villy for AnthonyComicArt. I didn't anticipate doing shading, but I used artwork of Doug from Monster Prom as a reference, and that had shading on it, so I just followed that. I don't know what I'm doing. Like I said, I don't really think ahead a lot when it comes to attacks. I just do them. I don't know how to explain it. It's just weird because I'm not really spontaneous in my life. But when it comes to art, it's like something just comes over me. But I digress. This character is called Rolf, and the artist he belongs to, Torkkumaa, was actually one of the first artists to attack me last year. So this year I attacked them first. I wanted to draw Rolf last year, but I couldn't figure out how to. I chickened out basically. So this attack is my redemption, and it turned into something kind of silly, so I'm not sure how much of a redemption it is, but I'm having fun. Speaking of fun, have I mentioned before how much I love a cowboy? I love cowboys. I just had to draw CharlineCarterHere's O.C. Rivera. I love his outfit, and it was so nice to just take some time and do like a detailed digital painting. Obviously there's things I could have done better, like I'm noticing now that the anatomy of the poncho looks wrong. Like I don't think it would fall like that at that angle that I've drawn it in, but it's not too big of a deal. They did a super cute revenge. The way they've drawn Perry and Daisy together is just darling. I love it deeply. This piece is for wittyguess, and I found it really fun. I wanted to do something with texture, so I took a picture of a felt sheet that I had and just superimposed it over the finished drawing, messed with the colours so that it kept the green hue to it. And yeah, I had a lot of fun with this one because it was nice and simple, and I could draw a monkey. I love monkeys. There should be more monkey OCs. Wittyguess revenged me, and I really love this. I love the pose and the angle, and it's just so cool. Tamara looks great here. This attack was really fun. I specifically chose this OC because they're a jester. This is Spider Jest for Crisis Arts. They actually have quite a few Spider-Verse OCs, and they're all pretty cool. Crisis Arts wasn't part of my original hit list, but I just had to attack them because I really wanted to draw a Spider-Verse OC, like just as a nice challenge to myself to make an art piece with a dynamic pose. I was trying to mimic those Spider-Man artworks where it's Spider-Man in the comic book style swinging on a web, and there's an image of the city of Queens as the background, and it has a halftone overlay on it. I think I was mainly successful, but I think I missed a trick by not adding a white outline behind Spider Jest, because I think it could have created a nice sticker effect. This next attack is for AbstractAaardvark, who I'm going to refer to as Serena, and this is a mixed media piece. I originally wanted to make a cool skateboarding piece where the skateboard was paper cutout, but when I asked Serena if Z skateboarded, she said not often, but they definitely owned one. A skateboard, that is. But I didn't want to risk it based on that, so I changed up my idea and instead chose to make this floaty piece where Z is lost in their music and not paying attention. It meant I could also draw another one of Serena's characters, the Watcher, lurking in the background. I made the shoes with oil pastels on cartridge paper and incorporated them by making them a sticker on my iPad. I got a revenge soon after, and it's just so unique and lovely. I love that Serena chose to draw Copycat, and I just really love the way that she has depicted her. It makes Copy look like Play-Doh, and I love that vibe. It's just great. Something a little different now. So a ghost named JJ has these Pokemon style critters, and they said that drawing trading cards for these little creatures is very encouraged. So that's what I did. I used a Mewtwo card as a template, and I chose to draw Squillard because I just kind of fell in love with him. He has dreams of being a fashion designer, which is something that I wanted to be growing up, so I felt a kinship and I felt like I could relate to him. It was hard to figure out how to draw Squillard's head, but it was so satisfying when I got it right. I just wanted the card to look epic and cool and shiny, and I wanted Squillard to look powerful and cool and like the bad bitch he is, you know. And I think this is a successful attack. This next attack is a long time coming. I've been itching to attack Lou999 since Artfight began. We attacked each other last year, I attacked first, and because I'm evil, I attacked first again. I just had a lot of fun and freedom with this piece. Julifer was so fun to draw, and this art sort of evolved too. It started off as a basic half body with an interesting background, but then I had the mad idea to include tarot cards, and on the cards were Lou's other characters that are in the same universe as Julifer, because Julifer is into witchcraft and tarot. So I wanted to include some tarot cards, and I thought putting the other characters on there would be a cute idea and a good way to get more characters in the attack. Add some magical smoke swirls, and it was done. A lot of fun on this one. Next victim is MfoG. They have a really cool page, please check them out. I decided to draw their OC David. I was getting really strong Herbert West vibes from this character, so I drew David in one of the reanimator syringe poses. This was quite experimental for me, and I brought back the halftone shading technique, and I think it works. Makes the art look a little grimy, which is what I wanted for this attack. And I tried this lighting effect using the colours that were already present in the artwork, and I think it did well to add some atmosphere, and it helped to bring out the colours more too. I used pin light overlay, black on the top and bright green, like bright grass green on the bottom. Y'all aren't ready for the revenge that they took on me. Boom! Look at this. Like, this is actually something that I woke up to. I went to sleep after a day of art fighting, and I wake up and 6 a.m. and I check Artfight, and this is sitting in my notifications. I'm gagged. I'm on the floor. I'm speechless. I can't even speak. I'm going back to bed. Like, talented, brilliant. incredible.
Amazing, show-stopping, spectacular, never the same, totally unique, completely not ever been done before, unafraid to reference or not reference, put it in a blender, shit on it, vomit on it, eat it, give birth to it.
I can't stop watching it. It's just so special and amazing, and I love it. I love it. This next one was really fast, and as someone who is married to the grind, I appreciate that so much. MaXIS has a fun OC that was fun to draw, and sometimes it's nice to do smaller and more simple attacks like this one. MaXIS revenged me pretty much straight away. I was so impressed, like, that's fast, wow. I love the way they drew my stinky little changeling OC, is lovely. I love it. I think it's time for another pony, and I really liked creating this attack for RainInTheClouds. There were another one of those on a whim attacks. I stumbled upon their page by happenstance because I was looking at another artist's page and I saw the attack that they did for that artist, and I was like, ooh, that's cool style. I like this person. I wanted to make a nice dreamy scene with paper cutout clouds and felt stars, with the impression of a wavy curtain framing daisy dreams. This is Tarax for MasterNoob, D&D OC. I'm very new to D&D gameplay and the D&D world, but I wanted to draw this character because I really like his design. This next attack is another one that really evolved over time, like the time that I was making it. It wasn't gonna be this crazy, but abruhcore only has 6 characters that are all relatively simple shaped, so I just thought, heck it, why not draw all of them? And since the red dragon, is a cook of sorts, I thought a barbecue scene would be really cute. I wanted to relax a bit, so I chose to do this cute and simple attack on Choppy_Monkey because it's only her 2nd year and salsa and beans are so cute. This attack started and ended in a very different place. This is Elaine, an OC owned by chamochomps. They've been doing Artfight since 2016. That's crazy to me. Anyway, I started with just drawing Elaine, and I was gonna have this nice, intimate, I guess, drawing of just Elaine being all shy, surrounded by flowers. But then I read in Elaine's description that she lives with another one of Chamo's OCs, Charisse Emile Roux, and from what I understand, they have a bit of a friends to lovers type thing going on, which is so cute. I just had to draw them together. And I really like the result. I like how the effect I created with the flowers. I was a bit skeptical at first when I started doing the flowers, oh, is this gonna look good or is it gonna look like washed out paint? But I think I used one of the painting brushes. I think it was the gouache brush, and I think it achieves a good result. Chamochomps did this awesome revenge. I love this so much. I love the colours that they chose, and it's just so sweet and precious. I love it so much. It's so cool. They drew Xander and Waffle together, and I just think it's beautiful. I love it. I'm actually really proud of this next one. This OC is called Dear Guy, and he belongs to Sanesosi. I really just wanted to create atmosphere and play around with lighting and create something beautiful. I just really enjoyed drawing Dear Guy as well. I found the whole attack relaxing, and when I was doing the colour balance stuff and messing with the lighting, I surprised myself with how it looked in a good way. I was so happy with how this attack's turned out. This attack on ludwigetc was a pleasure to work on. I really enjoyed being able to warp snow shards designed to fit my style, and this attack was very experimental, as a lot of my art attacks are. I don't know, I just like the texture that I did for the snow splash, and I have a headcanon that Snow Shard stole Double Diamond's skis, and they just ski down the slope. That's what I like. That's what I was thinking when I was making the attack. We're getting spooky for this last attack of the video. Corbbeoedn, I think that's how you say it, who the attack is for, commented on the attack saying it was chaotic and Halloweeny, which is the exact feel I wanted to give. the spooky feelings too. I just had a clear vision of this hunched pose with a big old hat covering the majority of the face. Like, I took inspiration from the Scarecrow from Batman. I actually used a panel from a comic that he was in as a reference because he was doing that like hunched over, one shoulder forward, one shoulder back sort of pose. That was what I was looking for. There was actually a funny moment during this attack where I had to Google a ref for the trees that I wanted to put in there. I didn't know what else to type into Google, so I just typed Halloween tree because I don't know what it's called, but it worked. I got the results I wanted. Before we end, I just want to showcase the lovely revenges I got since last week and since making the first video. First up we have Beer. They drew Sapphire Shock and it makes me so happy because no one draws her ever. And Beer did such a good job. I love this piece. Also from the last video, Nakumi took their revenge. This attack is so cute. Like, heck yeah, and Josie's unite. The line art is also so crunchy and cool. I love it. I love it. I also got an attack back from Sanesosi. This is so cute. I am so grateful for this. Like, oh my god, the way they've drawn Jelly Jam is... They made her look even cuter. Like, it's so... I love the way that they've, like, exaggerated and stylized her ponytail and her mane and her tail. And the jam splashes. Perfect. Oh, it's just so lovely and wonderful. And the little speech bubble. It's just great. Okay, well, that concludes week 2 of Artfight 2025. Stay tuned for weeks 3 and 4 because they'll be coming out in the same video in 2 weeks' time. And thank you for watching. If you stuck out to the end, thank you. See you next time. Bye!